In this video, we'll be talking about chord progressions. So what is a chord progression? Chord progression is the order that the chords are played in a song. A lot of modern music today is mainly a quick 4 to 8 bar chord progression that repeats over and over again. You can go outside of the scale, and we'll be talking about that a bit later, but right now I just want to focus on the chord progressions within a single scale. Also, I'm going to be explaining this in scale degrees, so if you haven't already, make sure you watch my last video on scale degrees. I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of chord progressions in major scales and minor scales. In both scales, there's only 7 possibilities for chords, so it won't be too complicated, but what's going to matter the most is the order of these chords. So starting with the major scale, let me show you the most popular chord progression of all time, and this is 1-5-6-4 chord progression. So if you're in the key of C major, this is what it sounds like. This is a very popular chord progression. This is going to be the one you're going to be playing on the guitar by the campfire. You can even see the list of songs containing the 1-5-6-4 chord progressions right here. You can even rearrange the 1-5-6-4 chords in different ways. So you can do something like 1-6-5-4, or you can do 1-4-6-5. So just by using these 4 chords and rearranging them, you can create a lot of cool sounding chord progressions. So this is a very pop sounding chord progression. You don't really hear it much on hip hop and R&B, just because it's not very dark sounding. Let's go to the next chord progression. Next chord progression is one of my personal favorite, and it's the 2-5-1 chord progression. Let's say we're in the key of F major, and this is what it would sound like. This is a really cool chord progression because we're starting to move away from the tonic chord, which is known as 1. From our last example, those pop sounding chord progressions started out with a tonic chord, and you already get the sense of resolution. But with the 2-5-1, the tonic is delayed a bit so that you get a bit of uneasy feeling before you resolve with the 1 at the end. One song that uses this chord progression is Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. So next, we'll move on to minor scales. A very popular chord progression in the minor key is the 6-7-1 chord progression. This is a great chord progression when you're trying to build momentum. And a lot of songs do something like this where you go 6-7-1-4. You can even rearrange the chord progression by starting with 1-7-6. Another very popular chord progression in the minor key is the 1-4-5. Since all the chords that are being played here are minor, it starts to sound dark. Just by rearranging the 1-4-5 chord progression, you can get a lot of different patterns. You can do 4-5-1, or even something like 1-4-1-5, or even something like where you move back and forth from 1 to 4. So from here, I want you guys to go on your own and experiment. There's 7 chords, so pick a couple and rearrange them and see how they move and interact with each other. If you're having trouble with this, you can listen to your favorite song for inspiration. Find out what key the song is in and do this for major and minor keys, and make sure you're writing down your favorite chord progression because you're gonna discover a lot of stuff. Another useful website you can use is tonedeer.com. I want you to head over to tonedeer.com, and from there's a tool that you can use to help you learn and become familiar with these chord progressions. So under exercises, select chord progressions, and then you're just gonna start quiz. 4 1. So as you can see, it starts out with only using 3 chords, the 1, 4, 5. Once you get 10 in a row, I want you to start adding the rest of the scale degrees, like this. Oh yeah, so as you can see, this one's definitely more difficult than the last one, but yeah, try to get 5 in a row with this one.